Hello and welcome. Adita Lang here, and in today's strength and body weight class, well, you and me, we're working out from head to toe. Full body workout, utilizing a light set and a medium to heavy set of dumbbells, a mat. You're also going to want water close by. And at the same time, we want a nice cleared out area, nothing to get into your way. So as we're working out, work at a pace that feels comfortable to you, and of course take breaks when you need to. Now, starting here with our warm-up, bending your knees, your toe taps, reach the arms forward. And can you and I talk posture? Let's do this. Shoulders are back and down, even though you're extending your arm forward. So that means you're trying to hold your shoulder blades in your back pockets. Think of like the back pockets of your jeans. Now, at the same time, this raises your chest, which is good, and then the ribs open. So the ribs, we need to close them in ever so slightly so we engage our abdominals. And now we're good to go. Reach the arms across the chest. As you're moving, use your breath. Inhale one way, exhale the other. And now both arms forward. Add a leg curl here. Deepening the breath as you move, toe taps, reach across the chest. Again, thinking about your shoulders, keeping them down and back. And both arms come forward as your leg curl. Inhale and exhale. Across the chest. We have 4, 3, 2, hold right here, roll through the foot, down and up, down and up. Now, let's engage our glutes a little bit. Contract the glutes and lift the leg. Always bracing in from the center as the leg comes up. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold the heel down, stretch forward, feeling the stretch in the calf. Deep breath. Exhale. Now turn to the front, toes come up, bending the left leg and hinging, so you're pressing your tailbone back. And press up and hinge and sit. Feeling the lengthening in the right leg. One more time. Now hold here, hold. And back to center. Reach the arms forward, across the chest. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold to the right, roll through the foot. This time opening the arms out wide. And reach, add your glutes. Contracting from the glutes, bracing from the center. 4 more. And 3, 2, and 1. Hold here, feeling the stretch in your calf. Now turn to the front, toes up, bending the right leg and hinging. Inhale. Exhale, aim your tailbone back. And again, deep breath. Exhale and hold. Hold. And up. Let's just move around. Okay. How are we going to start this party? I want you to start with some light weights. And we are going to start with some squats, and then we'll combine that with some bicep curls. What do you think? I think that's a good plan. Now shoulders are back and down. Your feet are hip distance. And as you squat, think about aiming your tailbone back. You'll feel your weight go in your heels, and I want you to press your toes so they touch the floor, looking up to me the entire time, and then contracting from the glutes as you lift up. Inhale one way and exhale the other. Full deep breath and exhale. Always looking forward, because here's the thing, wherever your eyes go, the body follows. So if I start looking down, I'll roll my shoulders forward as well, and then I throw off my balance. So I want you to look up towards me, aim your glutes back, keeping the knees right over the ankles. 3 more. And 2. 1 more time. And hold here, small bend in the knees. Turn the palms out, bicep curls. Shoulders stay back and down. Deep breath and exhale. Up and back down. Press up and back down. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms down by your sides again like 2 suitcases. Shoulders are back, and have a seat. And stand. Deep breath and exhale. Now remember, with your squat, it's not how low you go. It's all about form and technique. So I would much prefer that you make a smaller movement with perfect form, as opposed to trying to exaggerate the movement into a big movement and moving the body and squirming the body around. You have 3 and 2. Now 1. Stand tall, bicep curls. Shoulders are back and down, chest is up. Deep breath and exhale. I want you to feel your bicep contract. Think about what you're doing. Make the work intentional. 5 more. 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Weights come to the floor. And now I'm going to turn sideways. You stay facing me though. Let's extend back our left leg. You're up on your toes. This way you can see me better. The front knee aims forward. Now the front knee always stays over the ankle. And so the goal here is a lunge. We bend both knees approximately 90 degrees and then we push back up. Chest is tall, pulling in and bracing from the center. Deep breath and exhale. Full inhale, full exhale. 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Now hold. Hold. Now let's focus on glutes. Up and contract, just like we did at the very beginning of class. Squeeze from your glutes and land. Pull in from your center and lift. Always keeping this front knee over the ankle and squeeze. So think about contracting the muscle as opposed to trying to lift the leg. Simply contract. It may make the feeling of that movement very small. That's okay. 4 more. 3 and 2. Now 1. Land down. Let's stay with the same side. Down and contract the glutes up. Control down and contract up. Pull in from the center. Deep breath and exhale. You have 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, hold here, working just the glutes. Contract and release. Brace from the center. Keep this knee right on top of the ankle. Full inhale, full exhale. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, move the legs around. Okay, we're gonna do the other side. You can stay facing me, but I'll stay here. Chest is up tall, you're on your back toe. Now think, remember, the front knee stays over the ankle. Bend both knees 90 degrees and squeeze the glutes to pull up, and utilize the front leg as the director of traffic to take you straight line down. You're bracing in from the center. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Deepening the breath. 5 more. And 4. Here's 3. And 2. Hold. Uh-oh. I have to focus. We all have to focus. Now we hold here. Think of the glutes. Contract and release. Contract and release. Brace in from your center as you're contracting the glutes. We always want to keep our spine in neutral spine. 5 and 4. 3, landing with a soft knee. 2 and 1. Place yourself back into your lunge position and down and contract the glutes up. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Five more. And 4. Shoulders are back and down. 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Watch the glute. Contract and release. Contract and release. Up. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, let's move those legs. Okay, what's next? Reaching for the medium to heavy weights. Still standing. Then we will hit the floor after that. Here we go. Now, your feet are hip distance. I think once again I'll go sideways, but face me. Feet are hip distance. Small bend in the knees. Now, the knee should never change. We're going to do 2 different exercises, starting with a deadlift. So the deadlift means your shoulders are back and down, bracing from your center, and you are hinging. The minute you feel the lengthening in your hamstrings, squeeze your glutes to lift. Inhale one way, exhale the other. All of your toes are touching the floor. And I say that because many times we pull our toes up in the air, which means we throw off our center of gravity. Feel the rib cage engaged. And squeeze your glutes as you lift. 4 more. 3. And 2. Now hold here. So you're hinged. Back row. Think about retracting your shoulder blades, which means you're trying to keep your shoulder blades connected. And then from there, you're lifting your elbows to lift the weight. Keeping the elbows very close to the body and feeling the shoulder blades connect even tighter in the center. Deep breath and exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back up to standing. Okay, small bend in the knee, that stays. Let's go for deadlifts. Hinge and squeeze the glutes up. So you don't have to go that far down. I want you to literally think of your hamstrings. The minute you feel your hamstrings stretch, that is your cue to lift right back up and squeeze through the glutes. Inhale one way, exhale the other. 5 more. And 4. Here's 3. And 2. Now hold here, back row. Retract your shoulder blades, hold the retraction, and then lift from the elbows. Bracing from your center. Remember, the hinge means you're only bent from the hip joint, so your spine remains in neutral. Feel those shoulder blades connect. 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, it's time to hit the floor, and it's actually a great time to get some water as well. You'll keep your weights close by. And let's set our mat up. Extending both legs out. Big deep breath here, and exhale, hinge from your hips so you feel the lengthening in the hamstrings. We've done a lot with hamstrings and glutes, so you should be feeling the stretch. Sit up nice and tall, deep breath, and exhale. Now cross the left leg over in a figure 4, and hinge again, pulling your your right toes back. Deep breath, exhale. Knee comes up and turn to the left. Release, other side. Cross over, deep breath. Exhale and hinge. Toes pull back. Now lift the knee and turn. And release. So let's start with all of our weights close by. You'll have one on either side. There we go. Lying down on your side, rolling all the way back. And start here with just a basic set of crunches. Hands behind the head. Lift your head up about 1 inch from the floor. I call this the hover. Now feel the weight of your head. Move your awareness to your rib cage and squeeze in and down, and then release. Inhale one way, exhale the other. The goal here is to feel that what lifts your upper body off the floor is that contraction of the rib cage going in and down, as opposed to your arms pulling. So your arms are there only to hold the weight of your head, which for some people is 8 to 10 pounds, and press up, back down. 4 more. And 3. Here's 2. And 1. Release. Let's go for our bigger weights. Out to the sides. Now, think of a couple of things here. Press your shoulder blades into the mat. Knuckles to the sky so your wrist is nice and straight. We're going to start with the left hand up and now the right. So you alternate up and down, holding your body weight in the center. Inhale one way, exhale the other. So even though your arm is coming up, you still want to feel like you're holding your shoulder down towards your mat. This keeps your chest up in the air, and at the same time, it helps you isolate the muscles of your chest. We have 4 more on each side. And 3. Here's 2. And 1. And lowering those weights. Let's go back to another set of crunches. So start with your hover. Now take your awareness to your ribs and squeeze in and release. Full inhale, full exhale. Use your breath as your gauge of your rhythm of movement. 5 more. And 4. 3. Here's 2. And 1. Let's take our weights one more time. This time, start from the top. Knuckles to the sky, shoulders are down and back. Left arm, and then right. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Deepening your breathing. We have 5 more on each side. This is 1. And 2, knuckles to the sky. When you look at your wrist, you want your wrist to be very straight and flat, as opposed to bent 90 degrees. Oh no, I lost my train of thought. Here we go. We're gonna count this one as number 4. Okay, now this one's number 5. It's gotta be. There we go. And bring the weights down, setting the weights to the floor. For this next set, let's take both legs up. And I want you to press your heels together and your toes out. Now, I have kind of a strange visual, but don't worry about it. I'd like you to place an imaginary hot bowl of soup on the soles of your feet, which means that if you were to drop your feet anyway, the soup would fall, right? So I want you to hold the soup there perfectly parallel. Now, aim your knees towards your shoulders and then press them back up, contracting through the glutes. Shoulders are back towards the mat. You're bracing in from the center. Inhale one way, exhale the other, and just stare at your feet. Keep the soles of your feet parallel to the sky. Using your inner thighs to press in as you lift up and then squeezing through your glutes as well. Inhale one way, exhale the other. 4 more. And 3. Here's 2. And 1. Lower the legs. Let's go for the lighter weights. Arms are up. So the same thing as the chest press. Knuckles to the sky so your wrist is straight. And bend 90 degrees and press straight up. So just as we did the biceps where you focused on the muscle, very intentional, I want you to think of the back of your arms. This is your triceps. And feel the muscle contract as you extend your arm up. Again, use your breath. Inhale one way, exhale the other. 5 more. And 4. 3. 2. and one. Lowering the weights. Let's take our feet right back up. Heels together. Remember the hot bowl of soup. And now knees towards your shoulders and press up. You're pushing your shoulders back against the mat. Squeeze through your glutes and inner thighs as you press the legs up. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Five more. And four. Three. Here's two. And one. Lower down, reach for the lighter weights. Arms come up, knuckles to the sky, and bend 90 degrees. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Deepening your breathing. 5. Feel the triceps contract. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. And let's just hug the knees into the chest. We're here, why not? Enjoy a little stretch. Cross the foot on top of the knee and reach in for a figure 4. And the other side. And release. So rolling over, and let's move these weights out to the side just a little bit. And bringing yourself over to an all fours position first. Feel yourself nice and even. Now, walk the hands forward and make them wider and reach your chest so that your chest lands in between both hands. Bracing in from your center, we have a push-up. As you bend down, your elbow should land right over the wrist and you're looking to the floor, keeping your neck straight. Inhale one way, exhale the other. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch back. Now back to all fours. Feel your weight nice and centered. And I want you to think about the right leg. So you're centering your weight with your two hands and your left. Your right hip is out to the side. Now contract the glute and lower. It's not very large. And the key here is to keep this left leg coming straight up without feeling like you're shifting to the left. You want to feel very centered. Contract the glute and release. 5. Notice that you're keeping neutral spine. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down the other side. Same thing. Holding your body right in the center, keeping neutral spine, and focusing on contracting the glute as the leg moves. Inhale and exhale, bracing from your center. You have 4 more. And 3, 2, and 1. Now, hands out to the side. Chest lands in between. And bend 90 degrees. Bracing from your center. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to all fours. Find your center, balance your weight. Right leg to the side and contract the glutes. Inhale and exhale. Bracing from your center and keeping your body weight nice and centered. You have 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg, the other side, up and down. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down for a landing. Oh, I'm sweating on this one. We're getting our workout in for today. Okay, now, bigger weights, we're done with those. Littler weights, keep them in front. Now, you can sit any way you want to. You can have your legs out. You can cross your legs. The key here is to think about lifting up through your spine. So if you feel like you're kind of slouched back, roll up your mat and sit on there. Sit on a towel, sit on a yoga block, something to elevate you enough that it makes it easier for you to sit up tall. Now, sitting tall, both arms are out. I want you to think about your elbows sitting on a shelf and rotate down and rotate up. Rotate down and rotate up. Chest is tall, you're still holding your shoulders down and back even though you're rotating. Inhale one way, exhale the other. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Now, let's take the weights in hand, right in the front, and lift shoulder height and down. Shoulder height and down. Keeping the body tall. Use your breath as you move. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the weights. This is another great time to grab some water, by the way. Taking the elbows up on your imaginary shelf and rotate down and rotate up. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Try not to lower and lift the elbow so it stays in one spot and you're simply rotating through the shoulder joint. 4, 3, and 2. Now 1. Weights in hand, right in the front, up to shoulder height and down. Deep breath and exhale. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Guess what? We are done with those weights. One arm across the chest and hold. As you're pressing the arm across, hold the shoulder down. Now, same arm reaches with a little rotation. And release. The other arm across the chest. And reach with a little bit of rotation. Hold. And release. So simply lean over to the side. Left leg goes back, and here's what I'd like you to think about. Think about lifting the knee, pressing the knee straight out, and now squeeze the glutes and push your heel away. As you do this, you'll feel the stretch in your quadricep. Release, deep breath, and exhale. One more time. And exhale. And center. Now take this leg basically on top of the other leg. Deep breath here, and as you exhale, just shift your weight forward. As you shift your weight to the front, you'll feel the stretch in your hips. Inhale here, exhale, and release. So the same thing with the other side. Taking your body, just basically holding yourself halfway. Now knee aims out, contract the glutes and push back through the heel, and release. And again, press back through the heel, feeling the stretch in your quadricep. Let's do that one more time. And press back. And back to center. So crossing this leg on top of the other leg, deep breath, and exhale, and simply shift your weight forward. You might have your knee up here, that's okay. You just want to feel the stretch in your hip. And release. So both legs out. Let's cross one foot on the knee, deep breath, and exhale, hinge forward. Now stay with your hinge, lower your forearm, left arm comes up and back. Feeling the stretch in your chest and shoulders. And release the other side. Same thing, cross over, deep breath. Exhale and hinge. Now lower your forearm and arm comes up and back. And back to center. Shoulders come up, back and around, big circle. The more you exaggerate the circle, the more it feels like a little bit of a shoulder massage. All the way up and around, one more. And press the shoulders down. Thank you so much for joining me in today's class. Go out there, make sure you're drinking plenty of water, and of course, keep the body moving. Until next time, bye for now.